Okay, so this tuning in, hanging out, settling the mind and breath deep into the abdomen. Each out breath is a releasing breath. More weight falls through the hips and legs with each out breath. And releasing the arms with gravity, let them swing ever so naturally. Take an extra moment to make sure the knees are bent a little bit as we go into some hip turns or make some arm swings. And we're releasing those arms and shoulders more and more. Again, we want the lower back long and open, almost straight. And we go a little wider, a little deeper. Add a hip turn or a weight shift to that hip turn. And we can either turn our head with our body so the nose and belly button basically stay in one line. So of course it's good to do that for a lot of the time, but I also have the option of keeping my head pointed forward, and then you get a nice little turn in the neck. So if my nose is pointed straight forward, get a gentle stretch in the neck as well, added benefit. And a lot of times I'm just turning everything together, nose and belly button in line. And gradually winding down. And let's just do a few Danyus to warm up efficiently, starting very, very minimal, feeling those knees. And what they're saying to you, are they okay to go a little deeper? And just staying in tune with those knees and what they're ready for. Releasing the abdomen, breathing fully. Arms stay well out in front of the body. The shoulder joints are open and spacious. Front of the shoulders and then over the knees, but not closed. Nice and open in the shoulder joints. And nice rounded shape. Shifting weight, turning the hips again, preserving T. Have a sense that you're hanging out. All parts of the body are actually hanging, so even rather than holding them up and holding them in, every part is hanging. Stop sailing by. Okay, so put your feet in. And to go right into a new move for us, from that second snake to step up and form 7 stars. So if I illustrate that a couple of times here, so I go from single whip into that second snake, come up, footwork here is just like the first snake, coming up, golden rooster, down to one leg, but I touch down and I have my cross wrists up the face. And I make nice open fists, just like a regular fist that we have in Tai Chi. Stop. Open fists. And the right wrist comes underneath the left. So let's do maybe a few doing the same direction. We're doing exactly the same. So here we are at the end of single whip. Shifting back, turning on that back heel to have a better base, and that back foot to the back. And we're going to sit down a little bit into that back leg and hip. Right hand opens, and both hands slide down right in front of the center line. Of course, I'm sitting more into that back leg. And then as I push off that right leg to go forward, I open on the left heel. So I turn, the left goes to the other corner, and the arms go forward, right wrist underneath left, and I push down on the ball. Let me illustrate that a couple times on side angle. So shift back, I open up that back foot, sit down that back leg, the hands open and press down center line. And just like before, going into golden rooster, Push off that back foot, open the front foot, and go forward. What I wanted to illustrate here is that I shift the weight into that left leg and I touch down with the ball of the right foot, but virtually no weight goes there. I mention that because the normal tendency, now that we know that this is a balance step that we use, stays there, we don't pick up the foot. Because people think, okay, that foot stays there, they tend to transfer weighted foot. So we don't want to do that. So I don't want to come in, stand into that left leg, touch down on the ball of the right foot, and then shift weight into it. So we don't want that to happen. I want to stand as if I'm basically doing it like a golden rooster, but we do get to touch down. The weight stays in that left leg. Okay, so whip, shifting back, turning on the right heel, kicking into the right leg, right hand opens, palms face the floor, pushing off the right leg, turning on the left heel to turn the toes to the corner, face, shifting forward, right hand shoots underneath the left, touch down, and close the fists. We curl the fingers, but there's still space in the fist.
Okay.
All right. This direction here. Finger whip, shifting back, opening that back foot, opening the right hand as hands slide down as I sink into that back leg. Pushing off the back leg to open up the front foot. Both hands go forward, but right wrist underneath left, touch down lightly. Coming into a full standing position.
Okay.
So if I just give an illustration here, maybe again from the front. Here. Okay, so you can see under those wrists. Well, I can see straight forward under those wrists. So this would be too high. This would be not high enough. But the shoulders stay down. You're just looking under those wrists. So as I mentioned before, one simple application in terms of martial arts with self-defense, if there's an overhand strike, then you're protecting top of the head. And the closed hands represent that also. Then after that, you could be grabbing. And actually, I just kind of grab there and step back. That's actually going into the next move. Grabbing them, stepping back, and potentially into a knee. That actually is really what the next move is about. So let's do this a couple more times, and we'll do that next new move. So, single whip. Stepping back, opening the back foot. Sticking into the back leg, right hand opens. Hand slide down in front of the center line. Palm facing the floor. Push off the back leg, open up left heel, left toes to the corner. Hands shoot forward. Right wrist underneath left, touch down. Shoulders stay down even though the arms are up. Okay, once more. Oh. So I'll demonstrate the next move. So from step up to form 7 stars. It's called retreat to ride tiger. Retreat to ride tiger. The footwork is nothing spectacular, nothing that we can't handle after what we've been through, almost the entire set. I simply step back and touch down on the front ball of the foot. So let's go through, step up to form 7 stars, and then we'll just do the footwork a couple times with that new move. It's called retreat to ride tiger. So from single whip, so shifting back, opening the back foot, taking down a little bit, going to that second snake, and then shifting forward, opening the front foot, touching down, hands go up into open fists. Let's step up to form 7 stars. And we won't worry about the arms right now. We step back, full step with the right foot, We touch down with the ball of the right foot, and of course, plant that right heel 45 degrees. Shift the weight back to the right leg, touch down on the ball of the left foot. The weight stays in the back leg. Leg. Do that from this angle. We'll go through that snake into front 7 stars here again. So shifting back, down that back leg, pressing down, pushing forward, opening the front foot, touching down, off the wrists, and we go high. And just the footwork, we'll step back, plant that right heel 45 degrees, shift the weight back, heel off the front foot, touch down, about half a step on the ball. It's always good to not instep. So not instep, right? So I'm not here. If I show that again from the front, form 7 stars, we'll step back, touch down. Arm position, arm movement is a nice open shape. So let's do that. Right into that newest move, retreat to ride tiger. So from single whip, go, taking down, hand slide down, press down, push off, opening the front foot, right wrist crosses under left. Here. Okay, so stepping back a full step. As we shift the weight back into that right foot, 45 degrees, hands open, left hand drops. Touch down the ball of the left foot. So right hand is high, palm away from you towards that corner. Left hand palm down by the hip. Okay.
So Brad, is the coding on that one different in that the high hand is the back foot?
You're absolutely correct. I was wondering if you might notice that. And that's absolutely correct. So the coding does not apply.
Okay.
Because well, the left leg is forward. So normally we'd have the left arm. Now, we can kind of fudge that coding by saying it's a slight variation of the coding in that my weight is on the right leg. My left foot is forward. Technically, my left foot is forward, but there's no weight on it really. Weight's on the right leg, so that hand is high. So that's kind of like a caveat of that rule or coding. And the same caveat applies for stork spreads wings. Stork spreads wings, left leg is touching down and it's ahead. Standing in the right leg and the right hand is high.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like this is this is virtually the same in terms of arm position. I'll just say it's a little bit, it's more down, but it's almost the same as stork spreads wings. So normally when the one leg is forward and the weight's on it, that arm is definitely higher, except for the one exception, which is starting fan through back. So when the one leg is forward and the weight's on it, every move has that same arm up or in front, except for the beginning of fan through back. Here, we'll say we're not counting the left foot because it's not substantial. That's a term that's used in Tai Chi. Substantial, insubstantial. Substantial, insubstantial. Or yin and yang. Substantial is yang or yang. Insubstantial is yin. Or another English term, full and empty. Full and empty. Full is yang or substantial. Yin is empty, insubstantial. So in this position here, the back leg is substantial. Full, the weight is there, and that arm is up. So that's a very good observation. So here we go. Shifting back, turning on the right heel, sinking into that back leg a little bit. Right hand opens and slide down center line. Palms facing the floor. Pushing off the back foot to open up the front foot. Right wrist slides under left. Touch down, but the weight stays in the left leg. Prop wrists are high. Hands form a soft fist. Full step back, and again, not over. So I'm not crossing over because then I'll be in a step. Straight back, and then drop the right heel 45 degrees. As I shift the weight back, my hands open As I touch down on the ball of the left foot, my arms find their end position. So it's very, very similar to stork spread the wings. The only difference would be I would raise that arms a little bit more vertical. These are more oblique. Okay. So going into that snake, sinking down, pressing down, pushing off, touching down to form 7 stars. Stop this. Full step back. Again, we're not crossing behind. Straight step back, shifting back, touching down. Right hand is high, left hand is low. So right hand is facing outward, left palm is facing the floor, of course. Okay, so once more. Back, think. Press off the back foot, open front foot, shoot forward, touch down, full step back, shift the weight back. Okay, let's open this angle. Ah.
I lost you for a while.
Yeah. Okay. So after we have step up to form 7 stars, retreat to ride tiger, and then I step forward, shift the weight forward, and we're back to our normal regular coding.
Okay.
Left leg forward and the weight's in it, to the left hand is high. This is very reminiscent of the beginning of fan through back, but fan through back has that reverse coding. So this has the regular coding. So when I step back, retreat to right tiger, I step forward again. And of course, that's on the heel.
Hello, hello.
I shift the weight forward. Left arm goes high. Maybe I should check here.